This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 798, 12 Things Successful People Do Differently, Part 3 by Marc Chernoff of and&nbsp, and I'm Justin Malik, your very own personal narrator. Welcome to the podcast where blogs are read to you so that you can take a break from staring at a screen. It's like an audiobook, but with a bunch of different authors covering different topics and completely free of charge. And that's thanks to some very generous patrons of this show and sponsors, including SaneBox. If you're not at inbox zero or if you have a ton of emails backed up, you gotta check them out. SaneBox sorts through your email and moves all of the trivial stuff into a different folder so the only messages in your inbox are the ones you actually want to see. You can get a free 14-day trial by visiting sanebox.com/old. That's sanebox.com/OLD, and I have that linked in this episode's description. And today is part 3 of 3, so if you're new here or skipping around, it'd be best to start with parts 1 and 2. Those are episodes 796 and 797. And with that out of the way, let's finish up this post as we optimize your life. 12 Things Successful People Do Differently, Part 3 by Marc Chernoff of marcandangel.com. Number 9, they measure and track their progress. Successful people are not only working in their job and business, they're also working on it. They step back and assess their progress regularly. They track themselves against their goals and clearly know what needs to be done to excel and accelerate. You can't control what you don't properly measure. If you track the wrong things, you'll be completely blind to potential opportunities as they appear over the horizon. Imagine if, while running a small business, you made it a point to keep track of how many pencils and paper clips you used. Would that make any sense? No, because pencils and paper clips are not a measure of what's important for a business. Pencils and paper clips have no bearing on income, customer satisfaction, market growth, etc. The proper approach is to figure out what your number one goal is and then track the things that directly relate to achieving that goal. I recommend that you take some time right now to identify your number one goal, identify the most important things for you to keep track of, and then begin tracking them immediately. On a weekly basis, plug the numbers into a spreadsheet and use the data to create weekly or monthly trend graphs so you can visualize your progress. Then, fine-tune your actions to get those trends to grow in your favor. Number 10, they maintain a positive outlook as they learn from their mistakes. Successful people concentrate on the positives. They look for the silver lining in every situation. They know that it is their positivity that will take them to greatness. If you want to be successful, you need to have a positive outlook toward life. Life will test you again and again. If you give in to internal negativity, you will never be able to achieve the marks you have targeted. Remember, every mistake you make is progress. Mistakes teach you important lessons. Every time you make one, you're one step closer to your goal. The only mistake that can truly hurt you is choosing to do nothing simply because you're too scared to make a mistake. So don't hesitate. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let your own negativity sabotage you. Learn what you can and press forward. Number 11, they spend time with the right people. Successful people associate with people who are like-minded, focused, and supportive. They socialize with people who create energy when they enter the room versus those who create energy when they leave. They reach out to connected, influential individuals who are right for their dreams and goals. You are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. If you hang with the wrong people, they will negatively affect you. But if you hang with the right people, you'll become far more capable and successful than you ever could have been alone. Find your tribe and work together to make a difference in all of your lives. Tribes by Seth Godin is a great read on this topic. Number 12, they maintain balance in their life. If you ask most people to summarize what they want out of life, they'll shout out a list of things like fall in love, make money, spend time with family, find happiness, achieve goals, etc. But sadly, a lot of people don't balance their life properly to achieve these things. Typically, they'll achieve one or two of them while completely neglecting the rest. Let me give you 2 examples. I know an extremely savvy businesswoman who made almost $1 million online last year. Based on the success of her business, every entrepreneur I know looks up to her. But guess what? A few days ago, out of the blue, she told me that she's depressed. Why? I'm burnt out and lonely. I just haven't taken enough time for myself lately, and I feel like something is missing in my life, she said. Wow, I thought. One of the most successful people I know doesn't feel successful because she isn't happy with how she has balanced her life. I also know a surfer who surfs all day, every day on the beach in front of our condo complex in San Diego. He's one of the most lighthearted, optimistic guys I've ever met, usually smiling from ear to ear. Buddy sleeps in a rusty van he co-owns with another surfer, and they both frequently panhandle tourists for money. He has admitted to me that the stress of making enough money to eat often keeps him up at night. So while I can't deny that this man seems happy most of the time, I wouldn't classify his life as a success story. These are just two examples of imbalanced lifestyles that are holding people back from their full potential. When you let your work life or social life, family life, etc. consume you, and all your energy is focused in that area, it's extremely easy to lose your balance. While drive and focus are important, if you're going to get things done right and be truly successful, you need to balance the various dimensions of your life. Completely neglecting one dimension for another only leads to long-term frustration and stress. For some practical guidance on balancing your life, I recommend Zen and the Art of Happiness. You just listened to part 3 of the post titled 12 Things Successful People Do Differently by Marc Chernoff of and&nbsp. Thank you again to SaneBox for their support. SaneBox is a great way to build that habit of keeping your inbox nice and sane. Organizing your email inbox can be really difficult, I would know. And if you feel like you can't keep up, check out sanebox.com/OLD. SaneBox will remove all of the junk so you can focus on messages that actually matter. And they have a cool feature called the black hole. If you move an email into that folder, you'll never hear from that sender again. Please don't use that on me, but definitely for all of your junk. It'll save you a ton of time and your sanity. And we worked out a special deal for listeners of this show. Visit sanebox.com/old, and they'll not only give you a free 2-week trial, but also throw in an extra $25 credit on top of it. You don't have to enter your credit card information unless you decide to buy, so there's nothing to worry about there. Just try it out and see how it helps with your email inbox. Again, you get all of that at sanebox.com/old. That's sanebox.com/OLD, and I have it linked in this episode's description. Have a very happy Friday and start to your weekend. Thank you for being here every day and subscribing to the show, and I'll be here over the weekend reading to you as usual, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.